Hello, my name is Francisco Palomino, and this is my extraordinary narration, Adventures in Dinovash. It was Saturday, and it was about 7 o'clock. Francisco was sleeping and wanted to do it until late. He had worked and studied too much that week, so he had been waiting for the weekend for resting a lot. Francisco didn't know that his nephew Camilo would remind him to play Jane of Ash, his favorite video game. Some days before, Francisco had promised Camilo that he would like to play it. Yes, my love, on Saturday we will play Jane of Ash, and you will teach me your strategies. That Saturday, as soon as Camilo woke up, he jumped from his bed with a big smile. He knew he would spend time with his uncle. Immediately, he looked toward the cell phone for starting to play Dino Bash. What is the cell phone? Camilo asked himself. After Camilo found the cell phone, he pushed the door strongly so that Francisco got scared and said, Camilo, what are you getting into that way? And Camilo answered, Uncle, perhaps don't you remember that today we will play my favorite video game? Oh, yes, I remember now, Francisco said. Afterwards, they laughed a lot because the situation had been very funny. Camilo ran and lay down a bed. Then they sat on the bed with the blanket under their belly, and Camilo started to play the game. Francisco began to press some buttons, but Camilo said, Uncle, you're playing wrong. Let me show you how. And he took the cell phone. Francisco felt tenderness to him. Camilo was teaching his uncle how to play Dino Bash. He said, Can you see the way I find it against dinosaur? You have to do the same, Francisco replied. Okay, my love, let me try again. Actually, the game needed some skills, but Francisco obviously didn't have them in that moment. Camilo was saying, Uncle, you must press this button so that the caveman can fight with the dinosaur. And Francisco said, But my love, it's not easy, let me try again. It was a comic scene because Francisco was trying to beat the dinosaur while Camilo didn't let him to play for teaching him. After many attempts, Francisco had already learned how to use the buttons in the video game. He had to coordinate the cavemen to fight against the dinosaurs. But depending on the kind of dinosaurs, the attacks must have been chosen. Although the video game was for kids, he started enjoying playing it. Francisco and Camilo were passing different levels and were very happy because the strategies which Camilo had designed turned out effective. Then Camilo said, Did you see, Uncle? You had to press the buttons the way I was telling you. If you hadn't done it, you wouldn't beat the dinosaur.